Hey Star Trek fans, Dan Gunther here. As I'm sure most of you already know, a few short days ago, Star Trek lost one of its own. Aron Eisenberg, most famous for playing Nog in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, passed away at the age of 50. Aron Eisenberg was one of the friendliest and most outgoing of the Star Trek actors that I've personally had the pleasure of meeting. I talked to him at the 2018 Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, and he was so generous with his time, taking a lot of time out of his day to talk to anyone who came by his table, just to chat, and not just about Star Trek, but about life and politics and all that sort of thing. He was really a wonderful presence at every Star Trek convention that I've been to at which he's been a guest, and it's really sad that we now no longer have his energy and his wit and his happiness and just his amazing presence at these conventions anymore. Nog was a great character in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, really growing from where he started. He was there at the very beginning, a petty thief in the first episode, Emissary, growing into a cadet, and then a Starfleet officer, and a lieutenant by the time he last appeared on screen in What You Leave Behind. Aron Eisenberg and his wife Melissa Longo, who were married just last December, had a very short marriage together, but it was clear that the two of them had genuine love and affection for each other, and it was heartbreaking to read Melissa's message on Facebook announcing the passing of this great actor. I have many Nog moments from Deep Space Nine. He truly was a great character, from his first imploring to Sisko to become the first Ferengi in Starfleet and asking who can he see about getting a Starfleet uniform, to his amazing arc in the 7th season where he loses a leg in a battle with the Jem'Hadar, and upon returning to the station has to contend with post-traumatic stress disorder. He brought a lot of unique life experience to that part of his role. Aron Eisenberg had lifelong medical issues that contributed greatly to his performance in that episode. And that's just one of the reasons why that performance is so moving. I am literally moved to tears in the scene between him and Vic in the holosuite, where he announces he's so scared to go back to life because anything could happen to him now that he's lost a leg. He could even die, something that he had not faced before. The episode The Visitor was another highlight, even though it was a Jake Sisko story. We got to see Nog as a commander in Starfleet and then a captain, captaining the Defiant in a mission to rescue Benjamin Sisko. We also saw his values being tested in the Deep Space Nine episode Valiant, where he and Jake meet up with Red Squad on the USS Valiant and follow a captain who leads most of the crew to their death. Aron Eisenberg ended up playing Nog in over 40 episodes of Deep Space Nine, becoming an integral part of that cast, and a character that I will always remember fondly when I think of that series. And it was always a pleasure to see him on screen, from those humble beginnings when he was just kind of that annoying kid that Jake hung around with, to becoming the model Starfleet officer. His story is just one of perfection for Star Trek, where you can go from these very humble beginnings, and with a little bit of nurture and hard work, you can become anything that you dream of. Thank you, Aron Eisenberg, for your wonderful performance as Nog over 7 years of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and the many years since that you have brought your kindness, your warmth, and your good nature to the Star Trek universe. You will be sorely missed.